There is a reason why November grey is its own color, because November is the master of grayness, and this we today get impressively demonstrated. At least, the cute Hanni brought in some color to the scene. Hanni is a container ship with a length of 118 meters and a beam of 18 meters. Built in 1998, she was underway from Hamburg to Gdynia in Poland. This is the freighter Kaisa. Her destination was Porsgrunn in Norway. She measures 90 to 15 meters and is 19 years old. Coming from Kalmar in Sweden was the tanker Gazela. Her destination port was Hamburg. Gazela is 109 meters long and 17 meters wide. She was built in 2010. Grande Amburgo was built in 2003. As she now comes more white than in the usual Grimaldi Rost look, they obviously must have found a few buckets of color in one of their warehouses. Bravo Grimaldi! Grande Amburgo is a ConRo, a vehicle and container transporter. Her length is 214 meters, her beam 32 meters. She came from Antwerp. Underway to Fredericia in Denmark was the freighter Solitas-H. Her size is 90 to 13 meters, and she is 4 years old. Nebula drove through the Elbe Nebula. This container ship came from Hamburg with destination Antwerp. Her length is 294 meters, her width 32 meters, and she was built in 2007. The 2005-built Santa Viola was sailing to New York in the USA. Her length is 275 meters, her beam 40 meters. She came from Hamburg. 333 meters is the San Marco Mærsk long and 40 meters wide. She was a former Hamburg Süd container ship until Mærsk terminated Hamburg Süd. The year of her construction was 2013. Her tour went to Antwerp. Also en route to Antwerp was Nick Diana. The vessel was built in 2008, is 294 meters long and 32 meters wide. No wind, still fog. Then the container ship Skalar came by. This vessel is 152 meters long, 23 meters wide and 12 years old. Her destination was Rotterdam. The freighter Rix Mariner came from Grønlandshavnen in Denmark. Her length is 88 meters, her beam 13 meters. She was built in 2001. The tanker Atlantic Twin was built in 2008. Her size is 150 to 22 meters, and her tour went from Hamburg to Amsterdam. Shortly before nightfall, the 399 meters long and 61 meters wide One Intelligence came by. She was en route to Antwerp. They had built her in 2023. The waves from the One Intelligence ran at low tide into the Südlichen Seelgraben and provided so for a short moment a fun bath to the ducks. Around high noon, the Gorsch Fock came by with around 14 knots on her way to the North Sea. She had been in the wharf in Hamburg, and after this, she had offered for 2 days open ship so that she could be visited. Gorsch Fock is a sailor training ship of the German Bundesmarine, 81 meters long, 12 meters wide, and was built in 1958. On the way to Gdansk in Poland was the freighter Nordvliet. 11 years old, she is 89 meters long and 13 meters wide. The freighter Henrike was sailing to Aarhus in Denmark and measures 90 to 13 meters. She was built in 2000. This is the smaller, scruffy, and 10 years younger brother of Kai Shu, the hopper dredger Vitus Bering. She was built in 2012, is 119 meters long, 23 meters wide, and was empty on her way to Hamburg. Sailing from Hamburg to Goole in Great Britain was the freighter Amadeus Amethyst. She is 24 years old, 88 meters long, and 11 meters wide. Carol M is a 2016-built tanker. She is 184 meters long and has a beam of 27 meters. Her destination port was Rotterdam. The container ship Emotion was underway to Hamburg. She came from Rauma in Finland. This vessel measures 170 to 25 meters. It is very rarely possible for me to show the AIDAnova at daylight, as she usually comes by on my height at night. But since she was underway to Rotterdam for a 3-week shipyard stay, and even the weather was friendly, she came by without passengers. The AIDAnova has a size of 337 to 42 meters and was built in 2018 at the Meyer Werft in Papenburg in Germany. Also en route to Rotterdam was the container ship Conti Chivalry. Built in 2006, she is 334 meters long and 43 meters wide. On feeder tour from Bremerhaven to Hamburg was AIDA Rambo. This vessel is 17 years old, 149 meters long, and has a beam of 23 meters. Sailing to Goole in England was the freighter Amadeus Smaragd. She was built in 2003. Her length is 88 meters, her beam 13 meters. As the freighter Kugelbake, that usually transports tirelessly plane parts for Airbus from Finkenwerder to Nordenham, lies in the shipyard at Wewelsfleth. We obviously see here her vacation replacement. The Cuidad de Cádiz also is a ro-ro freighter, but she measures 127 to 21 meters. She was built in 2009. On tour from Hamburg to Bayonne in France was the tanker Azerith. Built in 2008, she is 106 meters long and 17 meters wide. Anneliese P. was driving from Brunsbüttel to Hamburg. She is 16 years old and has a size of 166 to 25 meters. Donata Schulte is a LPG tanker that came from Terneuzen in the Netherlands. She is 113 meters long, 19 meters wide, and was built in 2013. Her destination was Stade. The CMA CGM Constanza came from Rotterdam Maasvlakte. She was built in 2010, is 261 meters long and 32 meters wide. Sailing from Hamburg to Antwerp was the 2022 built container ship MSC Eugenia. She is 329 meters long, and 48 meters wide. The CMA-CGM Hermitage was underway to Klaipėda in Lithuania. She was built this year and measures 205 to 30 meters. The tanker Stolt Greenshank came from Antwerp and was underway to Stade. She is 91 meters long, 16 meters wide and 13 years old. Bregalia is a bulk carrier. She was built in 2016, is 240 meters long and has a beam of 38 meters. Her journey had started in Port Cartier in Canada. On tour to Rotterdam was the container ship Zim America. Built in 2003, her size is 304 to 40 meters. From Jelsa in Norway came the freighter Lia Mare. She is 107 meters long, 15 meters wide and 23 years old. The Ever Arm came from Felixstowe in Great Britain. She is 400 meters long, Her beam is 62 meters. They built her in 2022. The 17-years-old container ship Moll Experience is 294 meters long and 32 meters wide. Her tour went from Rotterdam Maasvlakte to Hamburg. From Butzfleth came the chemical tanker Georg Esberger. 100 meters long and 17 meters wide, she was built in 2004. Her tour went to Ghent in Belgium. The container ship Mærsk Batam is 224 meters long and 32 meters wide. Her age is 16 years. Mærsk Batam came from Rotterdam Maasvlakte with destination Hamburg. Here we see the AIDAnova that brought the survivors of an almost 2 weeks long storm ride along the coast of Norway back to Hamburg. Under them, also our ship spotter colleague and my personal dear friend Susanna Peters. The AIDAnova is a ship of the Sphinx class and therefore 253 meters long. Her beam is 38 meters. She was built in 2012 in Germany. Welcome home, Susanna.